Good day, sir. This is our group presentation that talks about the ancient times. Ancient times. In the ancient times, people were concerned with transportation and navigation, communication and record keeping, mass production, security and protection, as well as health, aesthetics, and architecture. Transportation was significant during that time because people went trying to go places and discover new horizons. They traveled to search for food and find better locations for their settlement. They also traveled to trade their surplus goods in exchange for things that they lack.
Navigation. Navigation assisted them in their journeys to unfamiliar, strange areas in the world. It allowed them to return home after they discovered new places or completed an important trade with another group of people.
Communication. When we say communication, this is the one concern of people and also essential to their endeavors to discover and occupy new places. They needed a way to communicate with the natives of the areas they visited so as to facilitate trade and prevent possible conflicts.
So, record keeping was also important since they needed to remember the places they had been to and document the trade they made with each other. It was also vital to keep records of their history and culture. So, they could establish the identities as they tried to relate with other culture and civilization. There are some great achievements of ancient style. Those are zero, eye makeup, newspaper, and paper. First is zero. Zero. For all its importance, it might surprise you to learn that zero is relatively recent concept in human history, though it still has its roots in ancient times. The idea to use a zero-like symbol as a placeholder to show the difference between 100 and 10, for example, or to show absence in one column of another number, example is 2015, emerged sometimes after 300 BC when the ancient Babylonians adopted the Sumerian containing system, half a world away. In ancient Mesoamerica, the Maya came up with the idea of zero as a placeholder. Independently, around AD 350, they used it in their elaborate calendar system. But like the Babylonians, didn't really conceive of zero as a number it itself or use in equation. The more complete versions of zero didn't emerge until the 7th century in India, when the Hindu astronomer Brahmagupta wrote rules for using zero in mathematical operations and equations, introducing the concept that zero could be same as a number of its own.
Eye makeup. Ancient Egyptians know all about the power of a smoky eye. Way back in 4000 BC, they started making kohl to line their eyes by mixing soot with galena, a mineral with a metallic bluish gray or black hue. In some ancient paintings, Egyptians are depicted wearing green eye makeup, a shade they achieved by mixing another mineral, malachite, with the galena. Both women and men wore full eye makeup in ancient Egypt. They believed it had healing properties as well as the power to protect the wearer for the evil eye.
Newspaper. The Acta Diurna or daily acts, which first appeared around 131 BC, served as gazette of political and social happenings in ancient Rome. News of events such as military victories, gladiatorial bouts, and other games, birth and deaths, and even human interest story were inscribed on mantle or stone and posted in areas with heavy foot traffic such as the Roman Forum. Later on, during the first consultation of Julius Caesar, the Acta Senatus began chronicling the activities of the Roman Senate. The Acta Diurna, which continued publication under the Roman Empire after 27 BC, can be considered the prototype for the modern newspaper.
Paper. Paper, as early as 3000 BC, Egyptians had developed a technique for making paper from the piece of the papyrus plant, a common sight along the bank of the Nile. Long strips were woven together and weighted down to bind them into a strong, thin sheet. The Egyptians also invented pens made of cut reeds, which were strong enough to write on the papyrus, and mix salt or other organic materials with beeswax and vegetable gum to make ink. These ancient papermakers knew what they were doing. Many of these papyrus sheets inscribed with Egyptian hieroglyphics remain intact and readable even after more than 5,000 years. This is the end of our presentation. It's all about the ancient times, and thank you.